right. All right. We're live. We're live. All right.
Now it says the host has an local
All
reader
right. We're
that
live.
come out.
We're live.
Mm.
Hello, everybody.
All right, all right.
And hello, TikTok world. Um, Usually I go live at 9 o'clock, but I promised you all that we would do a live interview with a young lady who is a seasoned citizen. I tried to get y'all in on the board that I'm on for the streaming services, so I haven't figured it out as of yet. But we're live, and I want you all to be a part of the conversation, so you all can understand what's happening in the world as you get older, how our government is treating our senior citizens. So I'm going to put you all towards the laptop so you can see who I'm talking to. And then I'm going to try to go backwards and forth and get questions until I figure out how to combine us all into one stream. But I wanted y'all to be a part of this, right? Because I want you to be aware of what's happening with our seniors and the unfair treatment that seniors deal with as they get older. Okay. So try to create some extra lighting and all that good stuff. But y'all remember, I'm still in the middle of packing, so I'm doing this while I'm in the middle of packing. But I want everybody to be aware of what's going on in senior citizen world. All right, so I'm gonna push this back, and I'm gonna turn you guys where you can see my laptop. Let me take off the. All right, so I wish I could put you closer. But I want you to hear this conversation. All right. I want you all to be a part of it. All right. Now, I know it's like sideways and everything, but I still want you to be a part. I'm going to try to turn but it'll turn me as well. I want you to be in the midst. Okay. Okay. So my name is Renee. I have a couple of brands. I do Reality Is on YouTube, and I have a woman's brand that's called To a Woman's Heart. I have social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, and Lemon8 and Pinterest. And so today we're having a conversation. If you're looking at this now, or if you look at it later, referencing our seasoned citizens, as Linda call it. But for those who don't understand what season is, and Linda can explain the termination of season and why she came up with seasoned citizens, and then we can go further. Okay. But we need to talk about the conditions that our seniors are dealing with, which is very detrimental and very hard. And it's having a great impact that we don't realize how much of an impact that it's having on those who are aging. And we want to have this conversation because this is just a conversation that we just don't have, period. And we want to make sure that you all are very much aware of what's going on. So, Linda, kind of introduce yourself and talk about yourself a little bit.
Okay, my name is Linda Barker, and originally I'm a sister of the hood. My mission is to provide a holistic approach to self sufficiency to our underserved populations. By doing this, we create linkages, we support each other, we do what it needs to be done to make things happen for others. But here lately, seasoned citizens have been getting short ended. And a seasoned citizen is an individual over 65, age mind wise 40, and is determined and independent and is willing to be able to help others see what their true worths are. If we're able to get up, take care of ourselves, and take care of our businesses each day, um, that merits something. That says that I still have the opportunity and the wisdom to know what I need to do. But it looks like the more I do on the outside, the less I can get done on the inside for myself. It's really sad that you have to argue with people about things that are relevant, that are necessary, and are mandatory for individuals in my capacity or in my level. Okay. We have a lot of us living longer, so that's making us seasoned citizens. Now, a senior is who a seasoned citizen provides supportive services and help to. That's our responsibility. It might appear like raising a child again, but when you think about it, if you're not doing anything and the things you know how to do are just building up in your head, then who are you helping? So that's what I'm about.
Okay, so explain to me,
Linda
how did we come to these
Barker,
crossroads? What how do we come to these crossroads?
a seasoned
what is your
citizen.
can you hear me, Linda?
I couldn't hear.
Linda.
I can hear you.
Okay. So explain to me, how do we
Yes.
come to these crossroads? What has transpired that brought you to this point?
Okay. Being over 60, your voice becomes weak in the system unless you want to maintain power or something like that. A seasoned citizen is a meek individual just wanting to see a change, willing to put their little bit in the cup to help make things change. That's what we're about. But it's difficult for us, for ourselves. It's like we're not heard, or our problem is not a concern, or it's really not that important.
Okay, but how do we get to these
So that's
crossroads?
where I am.
How do we get to these crossroads? I need you to
We
explain,
get to
how are
these
we here? Why are we here?
crossroads when we're reaching out to find information that should be available for us. We have to seek, we have to go through so many channels, and then you get to the point where you're willing to change the system the way they need to change. You know, you look at it and you get to that point when you see that there's nothing else that can be done on the level of just being a citizen. A citizen
Okay,
can get more done than I can, but I've done more than a citizen.
okay, but I need you to break down the reasons why we're having this stream. Give me details of things that affects seasoned citizens, seniors, as you call it. What is the things that's affecting as you get older the most? Why are we having this conversation?
We're having this conversation because we're not informed. And what I mean by being informed is things that have transpired. If you don't know how to research and go through the channels, or you don't know how to challenge people, see, it's about the challenge. You find yourself being misused or forgotten. So now you have to challenge the system, challenge the set, the whole 9 yards. You got to challenge. And you feel like you're out there by yourself, but you wonder how many other people are being challenged by abuse, not physical or financial. I'm talking about abuse. I applied for a request to have something done that would help me in my living conditions. Now I can apply to help someone else get something done, but I can't seem to get answers from they call powers that be in my community. I wonder how many others are like this in Broadview that has issues but are being swept up under the table and no one is paying you any attention, and they figure you don't know anything. You don't know how to pick up the phone and call and first ask nicely, then send a letter, then send a certified letter, then start involving people to help you through this, because financially you're not able to get a lawyer and go and file a suit. So with that being said, these things you got to do on your own. But then it looks, some people would say, why don't you just give up? Why should you give up if you know that you're right? So I guess my answer to that is, if you know you're right, fight. Fight
Okay,
if you know you're right.
but I
I
want you
am.
to let's dig deep. What has happened in our lifetime in our society that most seniors feel like their voice is not being heard, that most seniors feel like their finances are not being met, that most seniors feel like their medical conditions are not being met, that most seniors feel like they are throwaway, that most seniors feel like there's no support, no concern, no care, and that most seniors feel that they are being scammed with the approval of the government, who's supposed to protect with the approval of mayors, governors, state representatives, aldermen, congressmen, senators, who seem to think that once you pass the age of 50, you have now become a throwaway. So give me your
Yes.
reactions to that.
Well, I have reached out in my scenario to, inquire as to if I can get some support, and got none. I'm not here to badmouth anybody. They know who they are. But when the village that I live in, the director of a program stands to me face to face and says to me, you've reached out to everybody you know. You've contacted the congressman's office. He went to naming the people that I did reach out to, the attorney general's office. But you know what's funny about this? None of them have responded to my request for just to review it. All I want them to do is to review it. And if it can't be solved, then there still is a dilemma, which is causing my disability more harm, because now I'm stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Stress is a killing factor
Yeah.
when it's very simple what I'm requesting. So I'm just wondering how many people in Broadview face issues that they don't want to bring to the table, or they don't know how to bring them to the table. Because see, now I'm still going to do what I'm supposed to do with the people I do work with. But now I'm fixing to step out on my own, because this is wrong.
Okay.
From
So
the congressman's office all the way down to whomever. This is wrong.
okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that what seniors deal with today is just localized, or do you think it's across the board in every city and every state?
Every seasoned citizen fighting some type of battle, whether it be a mental issue due to something that has happened, trauma or what have you, or not getting the support they need.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of our stress comes from. You pick up the phone
So
to call to see if you can get a food box, and you on the phone for an hour.
What?
And then the person that answers you have an attitude. Yeah. I've been on the phone with people to help them get food boxes.
So
And they
so
just
what
be there. See, Miss Barker, I waited an hour. I said, well, you hang up. I'm going to hold on.
okay, so what do you think that we could do, or what you think should be done to change the narrative?
Well, first of all, it doesn't hurt to review and reassess what's going on, right? That should be going on. Just like things have changed, COVID has brought about changes. Those amendments that you're standing by are no longer void. No, I mean value. So
Mm-hmm.
change them. You've increased everything around me, but you're not willing to change to meet my needs.
Mm-hmm.
Then perhaps people will discuss their issues and concerns. We get a call every Friday. This is your mayor of Broadview and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Where were you when the foxes intervened on my property? Where was the village? What did the village do to help us? And I'm not the only individual that the foxes took over their property. Village didn't do nothing, but we did. But if we had set traps or something, we would have had to pay fines.
Mm.
So now we have no rights. We don't exist. We have to just take what you put down. I don't think so. Change.
Yeah. Yeah. I know as you and people don't realize this, but some people may testify to this. I don't know if the TikTok family is still, listening or being aware to what's going on. But let me say this. Once you turn 50 at the age of 50, you are no longer considered as an asset. Now you're considered as a liability, which is very sad, and is very, very bad. It really is. It's considered, you're considered as a liability when you turn from the age of 50, even with job and employment. So it's not just, it's a horrible thing that we deal with. The thing is, as you get older, you're supposed to have a better quality of life. But it seems like you get older, you have to fight the hardest. We didn't fight this hard when we was younger. So what do we do?
The battles that we do fight now for others are not this hard.
Right.
It's not. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. And
Yeah.
they expect us to just sit and be in acceptance and be quiet. That's what I took from Mr. Ames. Be quiet. Sit down.
Mm. So they want you to be accepting of what's going on. That's what you're saying. They
Shut
want you to
up.
be
Told him you got the wrong one.
right. Hmm.
What happened? Hello?
Right. Hello?
Yes. As I was saying, I mean, we were taught respect your elders, whether they knew what they were talking about or not. Sometimes we would learn something. But for an individual to stand toe to toe to me and tell me in so many words, old lady, go sit down and shut up, you just messed up. Because by
Yeah.
no means am I old.
Right.
I'm seasoned,
Right.
you know.
Right.
I've never seen such division. Okay. I know the
Mm-hmm.
neighbor next to me and another lady on the block. The other people on the block, I don't bother them. They don't bother me because of what I do. I stay to myself.
Right.
But my
Right.
village officials tell me to go down the block and ask people to come help me.
Mm. But you have to pay
You
people when
know,
you have to pay them though.
why should I do that when I'm paying taxes and everything else like everyone else?
Exactly. But here's the thing,
Yes,
and
yes.
I don't think people
When it's a simple thing, what I'm asking,
right. I don't think people understand, used to be, even with your situation, but take it a little step further. It used to be when you moved into a senior building that you was going to save some of your income. But now senior citizen buildings are just as expensive as apartment buildings. So I'm trying to figure out, is our government trying to, since we're not dying younger like they thought we was, and we're living a longevity of life, so that means we're living longer, are they trying to kill us by making us do things that we're too old to do, or are they trying to kill us by
think about it.
charging. Well, that's what it looks like. That's what it seems like, to make us extinct. Very much so.
Yes,
Very
yes,
much
yes.
so. So if
That
if a
is what it looks
if a
like.
seasoned
It
citizen,
it is.
it is. So if a seasoned citizen has to have somewhere over the roof over their head, right? Now they got a disability, but they get a once a month check, right? Medicaid A, Medicaid B, you might not have C, D, E, or F, right? So that means you got to spend money out of your pocket. You still got to pay your utilities. You still got to buy your groceries, right?
To
You still got to,
exist. To
you still,
exist.
exactly. You still got to pay your copay, was required of you. So now you get a once a month check. You take $1,500, and I'm just being nice because some people don't get $1,500, and Link, they give seniors maybe $20 to $50 for a senior for Link, which ain't no money because groceries is way beyond it. You can go to McDonald's now and spend $20 in a blink. So you
Well,
get
I think what that is for, to add to what they're getting. They'll give you $20 for meat, and you go to the pantries to get the other. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what they have to do.
right, but that's not
That's
how
what
that should
people,
be.
seasoned citizens, have to do.
But that's not how that should be.
They
That
have to
is wrong.
beg for food.
That's wrong on so
Right.
many levels. That's wrong. That's wrong. So I'm gonna say this, and this is
Yes,
Renee's
it is.
opinion, not Leonard's opinion, but it's mine. This is why I say we need to strip the flag. The United States flag need to come down. The stars and the stripes needs to be gone. The Constitution need to be gone. Human rights need to be gone. Because we're
This
not
is not the
following
land
one.
of the free.
It's not.
This is not the land of the free.
It's not.
No, you're not free. You
Nope.
think after you've worked and retired, you would be able to do the things that make you happy. But you got to fight a
Mm-hmm.
battle in order to exist. And if it's not with the village, it's with taxes, it's with high cost of pharmacy. It's all avenues that are affecting the individuals that brought it to this point.
Right. So
Where
now
would we be if we didn't work?
let's go back to one thing you told me this week. I want everybody to know this because it took me off my feet when I heard this, right? So you went to the DMV, right?
Yeah.
You went to the DMV, and what you used to pay $5 for as a seasoned citizen, now you have to do what?
Pay $151. I was $5 over for the sticker. Yes.
This is where we
Yes.
this is where we roll backwards. I think it's so unfair. And you know what really aggravates my spirit? I'm gonna tell you what really aggravates my spirit is every congressman, every senator, every House of Representative, every person, mayor, governor, When they get out of office, they deny everything that regular human beings need to survive. But when they get off
Oh,
of office,
they have a plan because they have a plan. Though. They have a plan, baby. They got money coming to them. They got their retirement is 4 times what my retirement was, and I can help more people than they have.
that's what I'm saying. So they got covering, they got protection, they got medical. Their families are not wanting for anything. And it's getting to the point where the people realize that not a lot of people are moving out of the United States. They are. They're moving out for these
Yeah.
reasons right here. And it's sad that we have to have these conversations that our senior citizens are not protected. And I'm not being funny. I'm not being racially baited, but we'll protect LBGQ2 to Z and won't take care of our elderly. I cannot understand that to save my life. We'll see our elderly on the streets. We'll see our elderly eating out the garbage can. We'll see the elderly getting physically abused. We'll see elderly mentally abused. We know elderly being taken advantage of, their homes being stolen, but yet and still we can write laws for everybody else except for the elderly. I don't get it. I don't get
Repeat
it.
what you said. Who they're.
Who I said they're protecting?
It's bad enough. It's bad enough we have to fight with our younger coming up to give them legacy, to give them what we have to offer. It's bad enough we have to battle with them, but we also have to battle for our existence. We have to, it's a battle, and it
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be. When I think about all the young ladies that I helped throughout my journey, why is it I can't get help?
Right.
And the help that I'm not asking anybody to do nothing unnecessary. I'm just saying it's time for revision. It's time,
Right.
if we can revise everything else, those laws that y'all had back in Do Why Diddly, you need to change them.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
incorporate the fact that these big stores need to have accessible machinery to help seniors throughout 1 or 2 senior carts in Walmart
Mm-hmm.
that are working. Then they got
Mm-hmm.
9 registers that you got to go in and put your food in. Now, you only go grocery shopping once a month. So you're going to
Mm-hmm.
try to get everything you got to get. And you trying to put it
Right.
in that little cart to the register. You got to go in the register where someone will help you. Do you get
Right.
any consideration for that? They should have
Nope.
aisles just for that.
Exactly. But they don't.
Instead, we have to wait just like, it's sad. It's
Right.
really sad.
It is. But look, so what we're going to do is, everybody, you may watch this now, you may watch this later. But when I get really situated and I get out of this transition stage I am in, um, we're going to really dive into the issues that seasoned citizens are dealing with. And my suggestion to anybody who's listening, whether now or later, that you check on your mothers, your fathers, your grandmothers, and your grandfathers, your great aunts, your great uncles, and see what's going on in their lives. And don't just think that it's outside people who is abusing our elderly. It's some of your family members who are doing that exact thing. They're taking from them, they're using them, they're misusing them, and they're leaving them in the house helpless and hungry. And I'm telling you this, like I tell y'all on my regular lives, God take great notes. He take
Yes, he does.
amazing notes.
Yes,
He
he
take
does.
amazing notes. He know who you are, where you are, when you
And
was where you was at when you done what you did. He know who you involved in the action. He know your motive behind the action that you was intended to do, and he know the results of your detriment to somebody's life. So while we think that we sit here and we get away with things and we can do people any kind of way and it's okay, it's not, because payday come quicker than you think, and reaping and sowing and karma is real. You need to understand. You wonder why you sick, you wonder why money going through your pockets, when you wonder why you can't get your life on track. These are the reasons.
You know what people don't understand is karma coming quicker these days.
Yep.
Reaping and sowing. Why you can't accomplish anything, you know? Yes, yes.
So I'm just saying.
And what's sad is maybe more seniors will step up and talk about their issues and you know, even if they don't want to be visualized, you know, because your problem might be the same type of.
Okay, you're breaking up. Okay, while she's getting
Did you
back,
hear me?
I can hear you now, but your connection is going. Yeah, your connection is going. So listen, y'all. Let me just say this. I'm gonna turn this camera around. Your lab is not eligible to recommendation restricted searches. This is an lab. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, y'all. I'm going to cut this live because I don't know, TikTok is tripping. So I'm going to see you all at 9 o'clock, and I'm going to revisit some things at 9. But I'm going to work on getting everybody connected in the stream together so we can have conversation. I'm going to finish this up with Linda.
You breaking up.
Yeah, check on your seniors. Check on your seniors, y'all. I'm going to see y'all later at 9.
All righty. Be blessed.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this together because your end is breaking up and not a good connection. So yeah, we'll do this again, but it was a good start. It was a good start.
Hey, I'm ready. Maybe we'll get some others to join us.